reviews, figure reviews, unboxings and rankings, random figure reviews, similar groupings of figures, and the occasional toy hunt. All right. YouTube Trolls Toys back at it with another video. Random figure review episode 42. And once again, it's going to be a little bit of a budget episode. Didn't really plan it that way, but we have a bunch of random figures that we've bought, and they all happen to be at good price points. So we're going to go NECA Turtles in Time, Baxter Stockman. We got him for 11 bucks from Legends Video Games and More in Granby, Massachusetts. We're going to go with Overwatch Ultimates Zarya. We got her for 10 bucks at Legends Video Games and More in Granby, Massachusetts. We're going to go with Deathstroke DC Rebirth Frostbite Edition. We got him for 16 bucks at Legends Video Games and More in Granby, Massachusetts. If you can't caught on, you can get some deals at Legends Video Games and More in Granby, Massachusetts. We got Rocket Red Brigade for $10 from Walmart in North Smithfield, Rhode Island. And we got our boy John Raymond Arnold, Samuel L. Jackson in action figure form for 7 bucks from the Toy Vault in Marlborough. So $7, $10, $16, $10, $11. So $16 is the price point on this episode. And we got a Jurassic Park figure, McFarlane DC, actually 2 McFarlane DCs. I usually try to separate those up, but he's a limited, we'll go with it. An Overwatch and a NECA Turtles in Time. All right, we'll start out with Rocket Red Brigade. I have no idea who this guy is, but I just always thought he looked cool, so didn't want to pay the full price, but 10 bucks, we'll definitely pay that. So we'll get him out of the package, see what we're working with, and we'll probably use him. He looks Cobra Badish to me, so we'll see. We'll read his card. I don't know anything about him. All right, so it says the Rocket Red Brigade was commissioned by Russia's rulers as a military-controlled response to metahuman threats and proliferation. The technology is a combination of human ingenuity and alien bioengineering, thanks to the contributions of Green Lantern Kilowog, who innocently offered his aid while on a fact-finding mission to Russia. Rocket Reds were part of the first Justice League International team. The first was exposed as an android manhunter infiltrator, while the second, Dmitry Pushkin, died battling renegade OMAC units. Currently composed of older units and more modern upgrades, Rocket Reds now solely protect Russian interests, with reports of potential international incidents involving Supergirl, Peacemaker, and China's new Superman. All right, so I had to look him up. Seems like started out as good guys and then sort of got corrupted because it's just suits that enhance humans. I don't know the lore, but I'm thinking, looks to me like I could use him with Cobra as a bat or something of that nature. Does this plug into the foot? I guess it does to look like they're flying. Yeah, okay. And we can change the number plates. Like this is number 7, but we could change it to number 3 or to number 11, it appears. Don't know the significance of those numbers, but we can change it, but we'll leave it at 7, but it is interchangeable. Obviously love the fact that McFarlane's come with stands. And I wish they were the same size as Joe's. He might be a little bit too tall to use with the Joe's. I mean, obviously 7-inch, but we could pretend like he's an evil robot. I don't know. I just thought he was too cool to pass up for 10 bucks. That's just going to be my honest answer. And I've been waiting on him to go down in price so we could pick him up, and he finally went down to that $10 price point. So I was like, all right, we're going to pull the trigger for McFarlane Toys Rocket Red Brigade. My boys used to be big into Overwatch, but I never got big into the game. But I just saw Zarya in this sort of deluxe suit, but this weapon is what intrigued me. So for 10 bucks, I figured we could get it out of the pack. It says Alexandra Zaryanov, age 38, occupation soldier, affiliation Russian Defense Forces. All right, so we're going to get this Overwatch Ultimates by Hasbro out of the package. We've had a couple of these in the past. I bought the 2-pack with Soldier 76 and Anna. I kept Soldier 76. We moved on from Anna. I also had another female figure named Wraith from Apex Legends that I moved on from, but I wish I'd have kept her, actually, because she was a cool figure. But we just don't have room for everything. So we're going to get Zarya out of... Sorry, we're going to get Zarya out of the package. I don't know if you caught that. All right, here's Zarya. Like I said, very bulky armor. Does come with Fist of Fury. But the reason that we bought this figure is for this weapon, which comes with a gnarly ass blast effect as well. Holy hell. So I feel like worst case, we can steal this weapon and use it with someone else if it turns out that we're really not a big fan of this figure. But I do think I'm going to be. I mean, that's quite the damn gun. I mean, it's going to take up a hell of a lot of shelf space. I think that's how you get her to hold it. Got a handle over here. So that makes sense. And then maybe here. That's the only thing I can figure. Yeah, that is quite the weapon. I mean, so worth $10 for the gun, if anything else. But I do think it's a cool fig. Like I said, not super familiar. I mean, my boys did play Overwatch a ton back in the day. But I want to say the guy's name was H that they liked a lot. I like Soldier 76. I don't know if she's going to stay standing up with this big ass gun. She did initially. Yeah, maybe get a stand. And the stand didn't really work, but I think we've got her standing up. We may have a fig catastrophe. I think I've got this effect plugged in well. Yeah, that's a badass weapon. Like I said, if anything else. All right, we got my boy Samuel L. Jackson in action figure form as John Raymond Arnold. This is the third copy of this figure I've bought. We kept the first one and all of his accessories. We stole most of his accessories from the second one and sold him loose on whatnot. But for $7 to get the desktop computer and the headset and the severed arm and an extra set of hands, I mean, you can't pass him up. And then I think he's Mattel. Pretty sure it's Mattel. Yeah, so if anything, we could probably try to see if we could just pop off this head sculpt and pop on another one from another Mattel figure. I don't know if his head comes off. We'll have to investigate that. I can't get it just to pop off, but I think it would with some heat applied. But I can't pass it up just for the accessories once again. That's why the computer we can use with G.I. Joe, headset, G.I. Joe or wrestling, severed arm. We get multiple uses for that. So John Raymond Arnold, Samuel L. Jackson for $7. He's got to come home. We actually have a fourth copy in waiting that we won't put in a video because I don't know that we put the first ones in the video. That's why this one's in here, but obviously we won't do a repeat. But I did buy a fourth copy from a toy vault also for $7 because why not? Up next, we're going to go Turtles in Time. We got him at $11, not that $15 price point. He was open box, but he looks complete. This is Baxter Stockman. So we also got Donatello from this wave from Legends as well. All right, here's Baxter Stockman Turtles in Time. He does come with alternate Fists of Fury and then alternate open hands, but we're going to leave the gripping hands on him because he comes with two pretty gnarly weapons, I think. He's got a more of a revolver style handgun and this larger one. And once again, Turtles in Time, not a game I have played in quite a while, in all honesty. But he comes with this gnarly effect that plugs into the weapon, the hand to grasp the turtles with, which is quite kick-ass. And then he has a deluxe stand for him. And then he has you have a smaller stand for the turtles, I think, or to support this this effect piece is what this is. It's a smaller stand to support the effect when you're shooting it at the turtles. So we'll have to get that sorted out. But once again, $11. I mean, we're getting some steals in this video. All right, so this is a kick-ass figure, and he's got quite the bit of extra accessories. I don't know that I'll ever use that, this effect piece. I do have Donatello from this line, like I said, so we could. But Baxter Stockman is pretty cool. which is going to leave Deathstroke DC Rebirth Frostbite Edition. It says it's limited to 5,000 pieces. We'll probably keep this box just because it is a special box, but we're obviously getting him out of here. Shambles. We did not record it, but here's our rankings. Zarya's in 5th, lover weapon, but it's a shelf killer. Samuel Jackson, John Raymond Arnold's in 4th, gonna steal his accessories. I already have the figure, he'd be higher. Baxter Stockman is in 3rd place. Great fig, not sure I'll use all the accessories, but nice to have. Rocket Red Brigade, we'd been waiting on him, 2nd place. But this Frostbite Edition Deathstroke is probably one of my favorite figures that I've opened in the recent past. I mean, he's just badass. I don't have a Deathstroke. I didn't have one. Don't need another one. This is going to be all that we need. So winner of this episode, $16 or less price point, is $16 Deathstroke, followed by $10 Rocket Red Brigade, $11 Baxter Stockman, $7 John Raymond Arnold, and $10 Zarya. But I like all these figures. And this is why we do random figure reviews, because I get figures that don't really fit in with other groups that we have. Like I only have one other Overwatch, don't have any other Jurassic Parks, one more Turtles in Time. I have some random McFarlanes. I usually move on from them. Rocket Red Brigade ain't going anywhere. And this Deathstroke is certainly not going anywhere. So as always, this has been Trolls Toys. I truly appreciate you watching my videos, and we'll see you soon. Peace.